Man, it's D-Land here, man. I'm watching this Steelers and Browns game, and I've just been wondering for the last few years, how do they keep doing it? The Steelers have maybe the worst offense I've ever seen. I've watched plenty of their games. They don't have an elite defense, and I'm just wondering, like, how do they still, year in and year out, have a winning record, win 8, 9, even 10 games a season with below average QB play, below average offense, and an average defense. But man, I'm gonna get into this video, show you how they've been winning, show you their stats the past few years, show you, just everything about these Steelers and how I feel like they're gonna proceed. They winning culture, I guess. I don't know what to call it. Winning/losing, going 9-8, 9-7 every single year. But hey, let's get into this video, man. And the Steelers' offense has been a real problem for these last few years. Last year, they was 25th in the league in offensive points scored per game, 22nd in the league in yards per play, and they just getting worse and worse behind Kenny Pickett. This year, they're 28th in the league in offensive points scored and 27th in the league in yards per play. And as stagnant as this offense is during 3 quarters of football, for some reason, Kenny Pickett is Joe Burrow reincarnated in game-winning drives. And he's been doing this since he came in the league. Ever since he came in the league in 2022 last year, he got 7 game-winning drives. That's the second most since he came in the league. He's been clutch. Hey, he's been an elite in the clutch. He's a clutch quarterback, even though during the other 3 quarters of the football game, he looked like below average Jimmy Garoppolo 2.0. And the stats say it too. He's been a mid quarterback for the whole 3 quarters for the last 2 years. He's been a completion percentage 62%, 6.3 yards per attempt, etc. 77 QB rating. That's mid. That's the definition of mid. 4th quarter coming around, all of a sudden his numbers jump to 70% completion rating. All of a sudden his numbers jump 9 yards per attempt. That's a first down almost every single play he passed the ball. It jumped. His QB yard jump 93.7. That's elite. That's an elite QB yard. That's an elite QB rating. Like on top 10, top 5. That's an elite QB rating. You give him that for the whole game, we're gonna be talking about, is Kenny Pickett a top 7 quarterback? I want y'all to look at this last play by Kenny Pickett. Skinny post right down the middle by George Pickens. Kenny Pickett look off the safety. You throw that ball any later, you don't look off that safety, that's a pick 6 8 times out of 10. That's a elite throw. Just how the offense is horrible for 3 quarters, horrible at 1 second, good at 1. The defense is the exact same way. Defense, 27 in the league in passing defense, averaging 248 yards against rushing defense. 24th in the league, averaging 131 rushing yards against them. You would probably ask, if they allowing this many yards, this many times, every single game, how are they even, that's a below average defense, a below average offense. How are they still keeping up with the league? How are they in a playoff race in a tough division with the Ravens, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals, and they going 9 out of 10 make the playoffs? Most takeaways in the whole entire league. 18 takeaways with all them yards against them. That is bending but don't breaking. That's their philosophy. That's what they do. But with all this, I feel like this season for the Steelers is gonna be the same thing as it's been for about 10 years. 8-8, 9-7. Maybe playoffs, maybe not. First round. If they do make playoffs, first round exit, it's gonna be the same thing. As much as I hate to say it, they're winning, but they're winning bad. They're not doing anything. They're not gonna win a chip. They're gonna be stuck in mediocrity until Tomlin leaves. Tomlin got a winning culture, and as much as people might not like it, that's what he like to do. He like to win. He ain't finna tank like other teams and try to set themselves up for the future. No, he gonna win every single game that he possibly can. And they ain't got no playoff. They don't got no championship hope. They gonna win they 9 games, for real.